students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 11, patterns. In this chapter you are going to do not much about calculations but your generally day-to-day life things in which you see different kind of patterns, and from that what you learn. Like you can see on this curtain leaves are there. You can see patterns in the leaf, like if the leaf is divided into each half also, then also they both the halves are of the same design and same size. This is what in this chapter you are going to learn, that symmetrical shapes, when any figure, when it is divided into two equal halves, if both the halves resemble each other, that shape is a symmetrical shape or a symmetrical figure. Let's continue our exercise 11.1. Now in this exercise 11.1, we are going to tell whether these figures given in this exercise are symmetrical figures or not. If both the parts of the figure, when the figure is divided into two equal halves, both the parts are of the same shape and size and the pattern is the same, then this is a symmetrical figure. So you will write yes in the block. Here also this figure, when divided into two equal halves, both the halves are the same. That means this figure is also a symmetrical figure. You will write in the block as yes. This third figure I have drawn here, this also you can see that this figure when divided whether horizontally or vertically, both the ways it resembles, both the parts resemble each other. That means you are supposed to write yes in the blocks given. And coming to this fourth figure, here you can see this figure when tried to divide into two equal halves, this does not resemble, both the halves does not resemble each other. That means this is not a symmetrical figure. So you will write no in the block. Even one more question given in your book. This exercise is all book work. This question is, you can see here, when this figure is divided into two equal halves, it does not, both the halves does not resemble each other. That means this is also not a symmetrical figure. So you will write no in the block. This way you will complete the book work of exercise 11.1 in your book. Coming to exercise 11.2, in this also you are just supposed to draw the second half. In the previous exercise you were told to find out whether the figure was a symmetrical figure or not. Here the half part of the figure has been drawn. You are supposed to make the other part the same way, opposite side. You are supposed to draw like this. See, in A part in the bookwork shown, you will draw like this. That means both the parts should resemble each other and they should be equal, as if they both are the same. The figure is same and only divided into, when divided into half, it resemble both the parts resemble each other. Here also this D part says this portion is drawn this way. The opposite side you have to draw the same way in your book. This exercise is also a book work only. I will even do the F part, which says like this. The second half you will draw opposite half like this. Coming to exercise 11.3, it is about tiling pattern. Before starting this exercise, I want to tell you that tiling patterns are the patterns which resemble each other, like in your washrooms or in kitchen, wherever. Even nowadays you use tiles in the drawing room also. When the tiles are joined together, if say I have drawn a tile here, and if the tile does not leave any space and the tile is completed like this without leaving any space, that means this is a tiling pattern. Now in your kitchens also you must have seen tiles are fixed in such a way without leaving any space. That means that is a pattern going on. There is a pattern going on in the tiles which is attached in such a way that there is no space left in between. This exercise 11.3 is also all about that only. You have to tick the patterns which are tiling patterns here. Like here in the B part, it is shown that when the patterns are drawn like this, this tiling pattern does not have any space in between. That means this is a proper tiling pattern. So you will put a tick here under this. But here when you see these circles, when drawn together, they leave space in between. That means they cannot be named as tiling patterns. That means you will put a cross on the D part. This way you will do the question number 1. Question number 2, I am doing the A part. Here you have to color this pattern in such a way, this figure in such a way that it looks like a pattern. In the book also it has been given. I am doing the other way. If you color these triangles alone, then also they resemble a pattern like this triangle here. Then you can color this triangle with any your favorite color. You can color and make it into a pattern. With a single color you can do it and make it into a pattern. This way if you color them, they will resemble a pattern. That one triangle is missing here, one is drawn here, and between like this. This also resembles like a pattern. Same way you can do it in the downways also and make a pattern that opposite down triangles also. Now coming to the question number 3, last question of this exercise 11.3. Which shape can be used in tiling patterns? Now here I am doing A and D part. First we will take the A part. Now if you see, if I make another same type of figure along with this does not resemble a pattern. Look, this is different in between. They are not the same. So that means this cannot be made into a called as a tiling pattern, because in this you don't have this in between, you have got space here. That means this cannot be resembled taken as called as a tiling pattern. So you will put cross under this. Here D part, this can be tiling pattern, because when you make another plus the same way, the opposite way, it is also resembling a pattern here. Look. So this way, this makes a proper pattern here. This way you can continue your pattern and complete it this way. Look, that means this figure is a tiling pattern. This can be considered as a tiling pattern. So you will put a tick over here under the D part. So students, this 11.1 to 11.3, all the these three exercises are to be done in the book. All 3 exercises are book work. Very simple to understand. So do the rest of the parts going through these examples and complete the exercises. Thank you.